series. Here we are, emerging brands to watch and shop. That's you guys. Now, when we sat down and we talked about this, all three of these lovely ladies said that this was the best female-led panel they had been on recently. So, big shoes to fill over here. Now, one of the key things that we talked about was that these businesses are thriving against all odds. It's obviously a challenging environment that we're in at the moment. There's a lot going on, there's constantly things changing, and it's a lot to keep up with. So, to get us started and get into the weeds, I might get you to all introduce yourselves. Ellen, can we start with yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Ellen. I'm the head of impact at Homey Clothing. We are a streetwear label and a social enterprise, and we exist to support young people affected by homelessness or hardship.
Amazing. Hi everyone, my name's Lisa. I'm the brand manager for Happy Bum Co. So we specialise in all things gut health, but we're famous for coffee enemas.
Hi everyone, my name's Rebecca Williams and I'm the CEO of Seed & Sprout. We're an online retailer that exists to make the planet a better place and also your health. We also happen to be one of the fastest e-com brands in Australia and Smart Company's number 23 this year. So
amazing. Now, Beck, let's start with you. Thriving against all odds. That is a hard thing to do. When you're in your day-to-day, we're struggling through things as a team, what does that look like to help you scale?
I might take us back a little bit. When I started with Seed & Sprout, we're based in Byron Bay. In September 2022, not only had we just come through COVID, which I didn't realise the event got cancelled in COVID, so horrible. Sorry for everybody that was at that event. I walked into a business that had been in decline for probably the best part of 18 months. We'd been through COVID, so the business was quite broken, the team was quite broken, but unfortunately we'd also been through the personal tragedy and the environmental tragedy of the Northern Rivers floods. So if anybody remembers those days, it was pretty dark, and so it was probably a lesson in resilience, not only for the team, many of whom are here today, but also for our community. So we were in a community that was also struggling. So I feel like we've probably come through a lot of the biggest challenges, but the world keeps throwing us challenges,
so
right?
Many.
Like exactly where we are right now. So thriving against the odds was something that came across in the other business as well. So we've certainly been through it, and I'm sure it's going to come out more in this panel as well.
Amazing. Ellen, tell us, thriving against all odds. How are you doing it?
Thriving against all odds. Well, we are a registered charity. Social enterprise is doing it tough at the moment, and we sell streetwear and we also support we're in the homelessness sector. So lots of challenges across all of those different hats that we wear. But I think it's already been mentioned a couple of times, and we're only 30 minutes into the conference, but thriving against all odds, I think for us, is relationships and community and just being totally driven by our mission. That kind of authenticity of it being impact-led and everything coming back to why we exist seems to get us through all of the hurdles that we have to overcome.
Love it. Now, Lisa, when Happy Bum Co. started, that was also because there was a purpose behind the start of the brand. Tell us about that.
You don't just start a coffee enema kit for fun, company for fun. So Kaya, who is the amazing founder, she has an amazing story. And I'll share with you tomorrow, if you come along to my talk, a little bit more about how that helped us take the brand to the next level. But when Kaya was 14 years old, she was diagnosed with chronic constipation, and it was so bad that her only option was to have 90% of her colon removed. Wow. At 14. So that meant complete life change. And luckily Kaya's parents were like, no, we're not going to have that happen. So they looked for other opportunities, and they found colonics. And so that completely turned Kaya's health journey around, and she went on to become a colon hydrotherapist, and then created Happy Bum Co. because she wanted to be able to help people just like her all over the world.
Amazing. Now, you're all in very different stages and ages of your journey, which is really exciting. But one of the other things that came out when we sat down was that there was no barred questions. Now, if you haven't been a moderator of a panel before, one of the first things you say is, what can we not talk about? Now, all of these ladies said absolutely nothing. So, Beck, let's start with you. Talk me through something that's been harder than you expected, changing that growth trajectory of the business.
I think along the journey of change for us, there was a couple of things that were really challenging, and I always say that the most rewarding part about your business is always your people, but it can also be the biggest challenge as well. So I think for anybody in the room that has been through that scale process, your year 1 to 5, your team might look a particular way, and then when you get from 5 to maybe 6 or 7, and then as you go through these growth brackets, the people on your team are slightly different as well. So that was one of the challenges to navigate for me when I first arrived. Was people were fatigued. They'd been through 600% year-on-year growth. They'd been through the negativity of being in the decline. And so I do this when I enter businesses. I do a speed date, which might not be PC, but we don't have a HR team, so who cares? And so I dated everybody on the team. And we basically went through a process of me sort of understanding exactly where everyone was. And so if they were wanting to move on to their next career, then that was something we were going to support them in, and then bring in new talent. So the most rewarding people, but also in those early stages, definitely the most difficult part, because we were losing people that had been there since day one. But they've all gone on to flourish, and some of them are probably in the room today, and that's part of the growth journey as well.
So exciting. Lisa, tell me more. Obviously, there can be challenging things when you're selling a coffee enema, and that may not be something that you feel open about sharing on social media. Tell us about some of those things that have been harder than you expected.
Well, we got kicked off TikTok. We had like 1 million followers and they just closed our account. So, yeah, I mean, holistic wellness is definitely a hard spot to be in if you want to promote it. Yeah, it's easy to get moderated and flagged. So we're here to just share our story and connect with people that need help. And unfortunately, you get a few crazies that love to comment and throw their 2 cents in. I won't share those swear words, but it's just fun. We just have a laugh and we just move on, and yeah, we just enjoy it. So you kind of have to just have a thick skin in our industry.
Ellen, yourself, obviously you're mixing purpose, product, people all together. Tell us about some of those things that were slightly harder than you expected.
I think breaking out of our inner North Melbourne bubble was really a lot harder than we expected. Like the conversion of a customer coming into our space when they hear about what we do and what our mission is. Like I was our store manager for the first 2 years that we opened 10 years ago, and every single person that came in, I told them about what we did and they bought something. And our bricks and mortar stores, our spaces are so successful, and breaking out of that bricks and mortar space to online has been a challenge for us, because it's so much harder to translate our mission to an online space when you walk into our store and you can see young people affected by homelessness doing their training, employment programs on the shop floor, and you can feel the community and you can kind of see the values in the space. It was definitely harder than we expected to try and translate that to our website.
Absolutely. Now, you guys were a really commercial business. It's something we talked about in our session, and there's a bit of a mold around businesses with purpose. You know, is there any profit in there at all?
Well, we're a registered charity, so our profit margin is slim because we spend all the money we make on employing more young people affected by homelessness. So we're a really commercially driven social enterprise, which is we have really good product and we have really good people who are pushing our brand and our clothing. And we know that we can only exist as a social enterprise if our streetwear and our product is competitive to any other streetwear label, and we just happen to be a charity. So there's lots of social enterprises fall down, I think, because the purpose and the impact is incredible, but the product isn't competitive in the market. And so we're trying to do both.
Love it. Okay, let's switch gears. Let's talk about the growth and the next phase, because you're all going through those phases. Lisa, tell me, what are the next phase approaches for you? Like, what are we going through next? What are you hoping to learn here to set you up for that?
Well, this is perfect because we've been purely e-commerce for the last 7 years, and we're hopping out of our bubble, and we are putting our products onto shelves. So the timing is perfect because we launched in stores in March, April. So we're super excited to just make our products more accessible. You kind of live in a bit of a bubble when you're online and you've got your community online and you think everybody knows who you are, but I could walk down the street and ask 10 people, do you know who we are? And people are like, no, I haven't heard of you. So we know how important it is to get outside of online and get down on the ground and into the stores and looking for those other opportunities. So that's really where we're looking to grow.
How do you have time to get onto the shop floor and get in the store? Like, there's so much going on. There's so many things for us to all do. Like, how are you prioritizing all of those things?
We have a female-led team.
Okay. Say no more. Right, next question. Beck, tell us about your next phase in this growth journey.
Just a moment for the females in the room, female-founded businesses. We're doing it.
You!
Yeah. And boys and girls, everybody. Next phase for us is we are in this hyper-growth at the moment, which is super exciting, but also takes your breath away. So next move is we're moving into our new warehouse.
Yay!
We moved on the 14th of May 2 years ago. It was supposed to last 5 years, and we are literally moving again. So that's the first operational piece. Mel is here with us today, and she is leading it. Well done, Mel. And the next cab off the rank is wholesale expansion. So we equally have been in the e-com bubble for 9 years. So going into wholesalers, there'll be some announcements in the next 30 days as to where you can find us in the big box. And also international expansion. Da-dum. So I'm here to learn from anybody who's done it. Please tell me what you've done and what you should not have done, and I'll try and learn from your mistakes.
I love it. Ellen, tell us about your growth trajectory. What's next?
From a business perspective, we are working on our online.
Love.
Right? That's our area where we need to pull our socks up a bit. But we're also expanding to Sydney. So we've got 3 pop-ups at the end of the year, and we've got 2 Melbourne stores, and we're going to go to Sydney next year. And we know our bricks and mortar. We need our bricks and mortar. That's where all of our programs happen. That's where all of our young people work. So we'll do a bricks and mortar in Sydney, and at the same time push online nationally. And the thing that has really helped us with that is we did a partnership with the AFL. I don't know if anyone here has seen the AFL merch that we've put out, but that has really been push the needle for us to get outside of our bubble.
Amazing. Okay, my last question. What is something that you're personally looking forward to learning at the conference this year?
Well, we were talking about this earlier. I'm a community services practitioner. So I'm a social worker by trade, and I've obviously been a leader at Homey for the last 10 years, so I've been in the mix with the retail stuff. But I'm really excited just to hang out with retailers, because usually I'm at a homelessness conference.
Oh, very different.
So I'm ready to learn whatever I can.
Amazing. Lisa, what do you want to learn?
Gosh, everything. Always here to learn. I think AI is a big thing, so I'm really excited about that because I am a bit of a nerd. So I can't wait to hear about what everybody's doing with AI and how they're using it to help their businesses. And looking forward to connecting with more people.
I'm looking forward to all the keynote speakers. So I have major FOMO. I'm not going to be able to make it to all the sessions, but our team is going to divide and conquer. On a personal level, I am so happy to be able to share this with my team because 2 years ago I came by myself. I didn't know anybody. I was that weird girl on the coffee line. So a lot of it's about the community as well. So connecting with people and catching up and sharing stories. And if I can help with any introductions, as Dean said, or if you want to have a chat, please come and see me. I think that's what this community is all about.
Sure is. I love it. Now, these ladies will be spending more time with us over the rest of the conference. We'll deep dive into exactly what they are doing to help them grow, really practical tips that will help the rest of our community here grow. We'll be giving away some product to some questions, so get those questions firing. So please put your hands together and thank the wonderful ladies on this panel for me.